Long before the internet, Sears functioned as the Amazon of the late 19th and 20th centuries. They disrupted retail by connecting a rapidly expanding rural nation through their massive mail-order catalog. They sold an extreme variety of goods through the mail, establishing absolute logistical dominance. Consumers could order everything from shoes and appliances to complete ready-to-build kit houses delivered by train. At their peak of corporate and financial power, they launched the Discover credit card and constructed the Sears Tower, which stood as the tallest building in the world for over 2 decades. Sears operated as the foundational infrastructure that connected the modern American economy. Today, that empire has been reduced to bankruptcy. Thousands of bustling department stores have vanished, leaving behind only a handful of surviving locations and massive abandoned retail ghost plants. A common assumption is that Sears died simply because leadership failed to understand the internet and ignored the shift towards digital technology. The historical record proves otherwise. Sears operated as an early digital pioneer. In the 1980s, they heavily invested in a cutting-edge online service called Prodigy, and they launched Sears.com long before most traditional retailers understood the web. The core paradox is that Sears did not die from a lack of digital technology. They collapsed from a catastrophic 20-year failure to change their corporate psychology. The first fatal failure was brand arrogance. Sears executives believed their historical reputation made them entirely invincible to changing market forces. They aggressively ignored the rise of Walmart throughout the 1980s. Leadership operated like a champion resting on past medals rather than training for the next race. When their market share finally plummeted in 2007, they reacted disastrously. Instead of reinvesting capital into a better customer experience, they shuttered stores to aggressively hoard cash. Relying strictly on historical brand equity without continuous innovation is a guaranteed recipe for corporate irrelevance. This diagram illustrates omni-channel retail, the seamless integration of a customer's desktop, mobile, and physical shopping experiences. Competitors like Target spent billions of dollars transforming their physical storefronts into valuable last-mile distribution centers, turning local stores into local shipping hubs. Sears took the exact opposite approach. Even after acquiring thousands of locations during their 2005 merger with Kmart, executives treated their massive physical footprint as a financial liability to be neglected. The physical reality of this neglect fell heavily on the consumer. Shoppers found completely barren shelves, navigated under broken, flickering lighting, and read handwritten paper signs, which created an utterly miserable shopping environment. Squandering a massive physical distribution network ultimately destroys a retailer's ability to compete in a fast-paced e-commerce landscape. The third, and perhaps most fatal blow, came directly from CEO Eddie Lampert. In 2008, he made the catastrophic decision to split Sears into 30 entirely separate, independently operating divisions. This created a highly toxic corporate culture. Instead of cooperating to sell products, executives from the tire, apparel, and appliance divisions engaged in an us versus them war, actively fighting each other for internal funding. This network map shows the technical fallout. Sears created 30 isolated electronic data interchange systems with no overarching centralized IT architecture. Without supply chain orchestration to synchronize execution, Sears became entirely reactive, resulting in massive inefficiencies and heavily duplicated operational costs. A decentralized, internally competing corporate structure will fatally paralyze even the most robust global supply chain. Massive corporate disruption is never a sudden explosion. It is a slow, 20-year accumulation of stubborn strategic missteps. The fall of Sears mirrors the collapse of other giants like Blockbuster and Netscape. They share identical threads of bad financial management and a lethal loss of core focus. Corporate survival requires the continuous, proactive reinvention of a company's value proposition, not just the reactive adoption of new software. While competitors like Macy's and Walmart aligned their physical assets with modern digital strategies, the remnants of the Sears physical empire quietly fade away. Past dominance guarantees nothing. Arrogant leadership will inevitably reduce the tallest empires into empty ghost plants.